Hello, everyone. We're going to give people a couple minutes to get into this space. As you start to come into the space, connect with your breath, start to get nice and settled, nice and present. Start to find your breath as you come into the space. Okay. Oh. Okay, beautiful, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. We are going to take a moment to drop in all together. So allow yourself to get nice and upright right now. Close down your eyes. As you do that, just start to notice your body in this space right now. Just start to notice where your breath is. Start to notice any sensations that you're feeling within your body. And just notice where your presence is in this moment. And we're going to take 3 breaths together. And as you take those breaths, I invite you to use your breath to bring your presence fully here. We'll do these breaths in through the nose, a short hold at the top, and then exhaling out the mouth. So allowing your current breath now to fall out. Taking a nice breath in through the nose. Hold. Big exhale, let it go out the mouth. Now another breath in through the nose. Hold. Big exhale, let it go out the mouth. Now one more big inhale, bring it in. Sip in a little bit more. Hold. Biggest exhale of the day, let it out and go. Beautiful, returning to a normal breath now. Feeling yourself more present, more within your body. And in this presence, allowing all parts of you to be here in this space today. The parts that may be a little anxious, the parts that are feeling joy, the little boy, little girl parts. Allow all of them to be here in this space. Letting your body know this is a space of non-judgment. It's a space of unity, of love, and of God. Let's take one more breath in. Let it out. And with your arms and legs, just let them shake out a little bit, bringing some movement into the body. Just letting yourself shake out a bit. Beautiful. When you feel ready, you can open up your eyes, coming into this space with me. Welcome. 44. Feels fitting. Welcome into the space today, everyone. Oh, 45. Dang it. It's okay. Welcome into the space. And for those that are new here, welcome. We have a lot of new people in this space, so I want to welcome you all here. If this is your first call, welcome in. These calls are really a transformative space where we are able to go really deep. My utmost intention within AU is to help you truly see yourself and help you recognize the divine power, the divine light that you hold within. And so these spaces where we come together and we have reflections of others is a space for us to truly see ourselves. All these faces on the screen, we're not really different. We have our own personalities and our own traits that we've developed, but we truly are all the same. We come from God and are of God, and so that really doesn't make us separate at all. And so this is a space where we get to see that, where we get to come together in that. So let this space be that for you. And today, we haven't had a call specifically on this yet. And so our call today is focused on what does it mean to walk with God? And in this space today, I want all of our opinions on what God means for us to be here. And so we will be getting into breakout rooms where we'll discuss this a little bit deeper. And in those spaces, I invite you to have no judgment, because this is a space of non-judgment. And so throughout this session today, we'll get more connected with what it means to walk with God and allow others' opinions to be here with you. Allow their views on what God may mean for them to allow you to maybe see God in that perspective in another way. It doesn't mean you have to choose it, but just allow it to be here for you. Can we all make that commitment? Okay, beautiful. Put a 1 in the chat if you can do that. Beautiful. Amazing. Okay, so our overall flow of today is that we are going to get into breakout rooms, and there's going to be 2 questions for you to answer, and you're going to speak about those in your breakout rooms. If this is your first call, the breakout rooms are a big part of our sessions because it allows us to go from this big group into a smaller group. where we have more reflections from one another. After that, there will be me discussing about what it means for me and what I truly feel about walking the path of God and what it looks like in the different areas of our life, in our relationships, in our finances, in our health, and what that looks like so that we can all choose to walk with God in our own way, because that's truly what this space is here for. After that, we'll get into a breathwork meditation to really feel this, to connect with what God means for us, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end. Okay. Let's all take a breath in. Let it out. Beautiful. Okay. So before we get into these breakout rooms, we're going to have a little practice. And so, if there is any courageous soul here, let's keep this under 90 seconds. And we're going to be adamant about that for time. Okay. So if we around 10 seconds left, I will go like this to let you know that you're about 10 seconds left. So, any courageous soul here, who would like to speak about what God means for you? You can raise your hand, and then I will click on you. Okay, Jessica, go ahead.
Okay, I'm practicing being brave.
Good work.
Thanks. God to me is just the classic God is love. So I've always been open to all different religions, Buddhism, Christianity, and now I've found this quantum field love that I'm finding God under. So that's what I'm focused on. Just loving every person that I see every day and trying to overcome my body and my subconscious reactions and just always be in love.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Amazing. Okay. Carolina.
Yeah, I'm learning. Hola.
Hola.
My name is Carolina.
Carolina.
Carolina in Spanish. I was listening and I need that God, the one that it's like loving all day, because I'm not. Sorry. I want to say that God for me, the God of the universe, it's someone who I was to laugh about. I was 17 years old and a friend always talked to me about God, and I didn't know who was God. And when I was 18, I went to church with her. And was so different and so special. Supposed to be God there, right? Was so special, and I talked to my friend and I told her, oh yeah, I know that some people said that God talks in the Bible, right? And she said, yes, yes. And I told her, oh yeah, give me the Bible. I want to try that God, that who is. And I took the Bible, a little one that she had. I opened it, I closed my eyes, and I just put my hand on. And there was a versicle, Salmos 32:8. And that versicle said, sobre ti fijaré mis ojos y te haré entender el camino en que debes andar. And that means I will put my eyes on you and I will show you the path you have to walk through, you know? So that's God for me, the one who is with me anytime, all the time. When I'm loving, when I'm not loving, when I'm in balance, when I'm out of balance, like now.
Beautiful.
So,
beautiful
God
share.
is my Father.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's do one more, and Tanya, I'll get you towards the end. Eagle Bay. You're on. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we can hear you.
Hi, good morning to everyone. Good evening to me. My name is Emre, by the way. I couldn't change my name. The God means for me is feeling in trust or being surrendered. Because I had many of some weak sides, I can say, wound part. So actually, once I feel the God with me, it gives me trust. So I feel the power. So I think that I can do anything what I want in a nice way, in a helping people or other things. But God means trust. Actually, whatever happens, it will be. There should be some reason to behind of it, I believe, or noticing something like that. This situation. The other things also. The having love and showing love or compassion to other people is always important. Actually, I always put these things to my life. But before I was actually fearing of the God because I was believing Islam. I was a Muslim actually, but after that I see that the God is not a thing that we need to fear. So it's always with us. He is, or God is always with us. So if I feel inside of me, it gives me power, it gives me trust. Also my behavior changing, because that's the thing. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Love it. Love it. So, thank you to the courageous souls that have gone so far. And now we're going to have the opportunity to do this in our groups. And so, something important here is that with religion, everything is welcome in the space. And if somebody is Buddhist or this religion, like we're all welcome here. And so our views and opinions get to be here. And what I encourage you in this space is when we speak about this, what does it mean for you? So if you are to answer from a place of not what a book says or not what this says, but like what is your true experience of God and what it means for you? And if you're still figuring that out, great. Just allow yourself to receive from others and allow it to open your heart and mind to what it could possibly mean for you. Okay, so we're going to get into groups of 4 to 5 people sharing 90 seconds each. One person within the group be the timekeeper. So when you get into your group, say, I'll be the timekeeper. Everyone must go. Okay. And I invite you to have your camera on when you're in this so that you can be witnessed, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. So 90 seconds each person. That will give us about, I'm going to have you guys in the groups for about 8 to 9 minutes. Okay. And then we'll come back all together. 90 seconds each person. The question is now in the chat. Beautiful. Okay. Give me 1 second and you will see this pop up on your screen. When it pops up, go ahead and join the room. Okay, go ahead and join those rooms. I'll see you guys back in about 8 to 9 minutes. Hi, Ovi. We are currently in breakout rooms, and so we're sharing in the rooms. I'm just gonna assign you to a room right now. And Holly, same thing. We're currently in breakout rooms. I'm gonna assign you guys to a room, and your group will help you with what we're doing. So just go ahead and join those rooms right now. Okay, so Avi, go ahead and join the room that's on your screen. Beautiful.
I dropped out of my group by accident.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The groups are closing in about 20 seconds anyway,
Oh, okay. All right.
so we're fine.
Perfect.
Jeff, is this your first time here?
Yeah. I just joined.
Awesome. Welcome in, brother.
Thank you. It was a great group. I'm on my phone. Someone called and they cut it off.
It's okay. It's okay. Welcome.
Yeah, we had a good discussion.
Great. I'm happy to hear that. All right, welcome back, everyone. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you got something out of that, like something landed with you, put a 2 in the chat. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Beautiful. I love that you all got so much out of that. Incredible. So, if you're new here, the breakout rooms are an opportunity because I saw some people drop out when we started to get into breakout rooms. The breakout rooms are an opportunity for us to come together, and it may bring up some uncomfortability, but as we continue to grow, I don't want Ascension University to be a place where it's just me on a session talking for an hour. Like that's not truly what is going to allow things to land. And so I'm in other groups where that is what it's like. And that is not what I desire this space to be. So when we have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 people here one day, we're still going to get into the breakout rooms with 4 to 5 other people so that we get these reflections. Because if we don't, then our family here is going to get left behind. And so we don't want that. We want everyone to be here included. And so if it brings up some uncomfortability, beautiful. It's meant to. And you get to be with that. Okay. Let's all take a big breath in. Let it out. Amazing. So what we're going to go into now is, if you want a notebook or a journal for this, I would recommend it for anything that like might land with you, even if you take notes on your phone or something. And we're just going to allow the space for me to speak about what it truly means to walk with God. And so usually I have a whiteboard here, but today, if you saw my recent Instagram post, allowing my voice to truly be the transmission. And so what comes through here is meant for you. So the souls that are gathered here in the space today, live or recorded, this is what is meant for you. Okay, so let yourself receive this. And so when I was feeling into what it truly means to walk with God and bringing that here into the space today, the first thing that comes through is that God is all that is. God is every single thing, every single being, every single thing that you see. And so I know that as I grew up, what I was taught is that God is the man in the sky. And as I've gone throughout my journey of connecting with my breath and connecting deeper with myself, I've seen that God is not something outside of me, is not a man in the sky, but God is all that is. God is in every single thing, every single one of us. It's in every cell of your being. It's literally all that is. And so, with that, God is not something greater than ourselves. I saw somebody yesterday about not feeling worthy of God. And so, if God is in every single thing, every single being, how can you be less than that? God is in my eyes, God is in my mouth, God is in my heart, God is in my veins. God is in the tree outside. It's in the snow. It's everything. Every single thing that we see is God. So how can I ever be less than that? If it's a part of all of me, how can I be less than? I can't. And so with that, how do we walk this path with it? How do we walk a path with God? I know that for myself, as I have connected deeper and deeper with God, it's really connecting deeper and deeper with myself. It's knowing myself on a greater and greater level. And so the deeper that I know thyself, the deeper that I know God. Because when we look at the law of one and the densities of consciousness, which is something that I teach here about a lot, is that really this cycle of life and these incarnations is that we are walking ourselves back to source, back to God, to the source that we come from. And so we incarnate, we come from source, and we incarnate into different iterations of God, of expressions of God, to walk ourselves back to God, to the source that we come from. And we go through the different physical manifestations. We go through the different soul incarnations to bring ourselves back. Because if I am God, I am omnipresent, I am in every single thing, how do I learn about myself? How do I know thyself? Well, I have to have reflections of self. And so I am source, and I need reflections of self to know thyself. And so us, what I believe, is that we are manifestations of God, us asking the question of who am I? And so now we are all physical manifestations of God answering that question. Who am I? And so walking this path is developing and asking that question. Who am I? And we are all reflections of one another to help us answer that question. So when you go into a relationship and this person triggers you, this is a reflection of you, giving you a reflection of where you can know thyself on a deeper level. When you have something in your life that doesn't work out in the way that it was supposed to, maybe you get laid off from the job, or the friend doesn't show up in the way that you want to, something doesn't work out. That is a reflection to you to know thyself on a deeper level. Is this making sense so far? Okay, beautiful. And so we're definitely going to get to the very woo-woo, because that's who I am. And how do we bring this into the body, and how do we actually know it? So we come from this source. We come from source, and we go through the different densities of consciousness to know thyself. And so we start maybe as a rock, just pure consciousness. And then we go through evolutions where we go into the second density, where we go into third, where we go into fourth, which is where we're at now, where we become this human being that has all of these emotions inside of it. And the emotions is what helps me know myself. So when I experience anger, when I experience grief, when I experience joy, that is me being able to experience myself fully as a human being, because I am a soul that came into this being to know myself through these different emotions, through these different triggers, which allows me to evolve. And so within this space, why we feel so deeply is because that is literally how we know ourselves on a deeper level and how we continuously bring ourselves back to God. It will be through the emotions. Okay, Let's all take a breath into that and let it out. So to reiterate a little bit, coming from Source, incarnating is a way for us to know thyself. God asked the question, who am I? And that is how we were created. And so we truly are God. We come from God. We are all iterations of God. We are iterations of Source wanting to know itself. And so we disperse ourselves as God into all these different iterations of us. We disperse ourselves as the homeless person. We disperse ourselves as the person that has a lot of trauma. We disperse ourselves as the person that might be evil. We disperse ourselves in all these different ways to know thyself in all these different iterations, in all these different perspectives. And so, as we walk this path, what I learn and what I learn on this path helps you in what you learn on this path. As I speak, it's a reflection to you, and that allows us all to walk this journey together. And so we are all walking each other back home. It's where that phrase comes from. And so being in a space like this allows for these different reflections of you. Oh, Julie, you're on your path. You learn this, which helps me walk further on my path. Oh, Alex, you learn this on your path. You chose to go through this relationship breakup. You chose to go through this divorce. You chose to go through this. And as I hear you speak about it, I learn about myself on a deeper level. And it allows us all to evolve together. And so in this human incarnation with all these emotions and all these feelings and all of this pain and suffering, that is us learning about ourselves, us evolving ourselves. And as we do that further, eventually we'll get to a place where we continue to just be in love, to just be with God in every single moment. And that is the enlightenment that we find. When we can just be in the ever-loving place, the omnipresent place of God. That's when we reach the enlightenment. And then we go to the next level. And all of this is basically a big circle that guides us back to ourselves. And you might say, why do we have to do that? Well, because we're God learning about ourselves. We are answering the question of who am I? And that allows us to know ourselves on the deepest level. And I think there are aspects of this that our human mind can't truly comprehend, can't truly know. And I think that's the beautiful aspect of this life of the letting go, of the deep surrender. The surrender to that there are aspects of this life that I will not know. I don't think that there are aspects that I can truly, truly know. And I think that's for a reason. Because how much trust can I have in God? How much trust can I have within myself? That I don't know where I'm truly going. I can have an idea about it. I know that I return back to Source, but what does that truly mean? What does that truly look like? There's aspects of the why. Why? And that's the beautiful part about this experience that we all chose. To be the ones that don't truly know. To be the ones that still show up in each moment, that still do this work without truly knowing. But there is a beautiful aspect to this that as I step deeper into the work, as I heal, as I connect with my breath, I feel myself deeper. I feel like I know God deeper. I feel more connected. I feel more alive. I experience more bliss. I experience more joy. And that is something that we get to experience here in that not knowing. And so walking this path in the different areas of your life and what that looks like is that relationships, intimate and friendships, are a place for us to have the reflections on the deepest level. I know that for myself, I've been in a relationship for the past 9 months or so that has been the biggest catalyst in my life. And this woman, who I deeply love, has invited me into aspects within myself that I would never have been able to touch alone. And now I have to go be alone to really be with those parts of myself. And if I didn't have that relationship in my life, I would not be here. And all of my past relationships, all of my friendships, I can see in my life how they're all inviting me into knowing myself on a deeper level and knowing my truth on a deeper level. And so the relationships are a place where we truly get to practice living in our truth. Because truth is the place of God. Truth is the place where we live with God. And so when I am in a relationship and I don't speak my truth, I self-abandon myself. I am not honest. What happens within yourself when you do that? What do you experience? Stress, disease, contraction, more trauma. And so what does that do? That walks us further away from God. When we are truly walking a path with God, deeply connected, this is a space where there is no disease, there's no sickness. And so our relationships are an opportunity for us to walk directly with God. I know that for myself. In this past relationship that I've been in, when I have not deeply spoken my truth, it caused me harm and her harm. It caused me more hurt and her more hurt. And it took me a while to get to this place, when I spoke my truth deeply from my heart, and I spoke it directly, it shifted everything. It allowed her to get out of hurt and pain and confusion. It allowed me to get out of hurt, pain, and confusion. And it allowed us to reach a place where we fully saw one another and we were able to trust one another. Shifted everything. How did I get there? My breath, silence, and taking space for myself. And so that truth, when we speak that, that allows this reflection of myself to invite them into truth too. And that is how we truly evolve. So our relationships are the space where we get to practice. And we get to have the reflection of another, of when I'm speaking in my truth, how does this person react? When I'm speaking in my truth, how does it make me feel? Because as we walk this more and more, I know that for myself, when I'm not deeply in my truth, when I am not speaking honestly, directly from my heart, from the space of God, I can feel myself get out of my body a bit. I can feel myself more up in my mind. I can feel myself more dysregulated. When I'm deeply in my truth, I feel present, I feel calm, I feel at peace, and I also notice that this other person, this other reflection, is more in that place as well. And if you speak your truth from an honest, wholehearted place, and this person doesn't meet you there, well, guess what? That means that they're meant to go on their own journey. And if that causes heartbreak for you, if that causes grief for you, beautiful. That's what it was meant to be. And the heartbreak opens you up deeper. And it allows you to be in the next relationship, which allows you to speak your truth on a deeper level. So relationships are the space for us to practice. And those that are truly meant to walk with you throughout your life are the ones that will continuously meet you in the space of truth. And so when I speak my truth, and then this person this has happened recently, and she's okay with me sharing all this, by the way. When I speak my truth, it's allowed her to go into we experienced this last week, all these childhood pains and wounds and all these things coming up. And I was there recognizing this and like, I can hold this here. These are the words that that your father didn't say. These are the words that all these other men haven't said. And I'm going to be here with you during this. And guess what? It invited her into a deeper place of truth within herself. And we were able to move through that. And so that living in truth, living with our breath, allows us to be in that space where we both help each other evolve. And those that keep meeting you in that space are meant to walk the path with you. Those that don't are the ones that we allow to go on their journeys. So those are our relationships. Relationships are, I would say, the number one place that we learn how to walk with God. We can do it on our own. We can do it when we just meditate all day, when we're with our breath, when we don't have all these reflections. We can do that easily. And then the real test is when we're with others. When we go into the relationship and the triggers all show up. Because walking this path, if you're here, you are going to have relationships in your life that may be karmic, that are like deeply conscious, and it's going to bring up all your shit. Welcome to it. It will. And will you continue to meet it? Will you continue to come back to your breath when all the triggers show up? Will you continue to come back to your truth when the childhood part of yourself just wants to run? Will you stay? And will you deeply honor yourself as you move through the relationship too? And so relationships is like number one. You want to walk the path with God? Get into a relationship. That's where you will be taught. So that is our relationships. And this goes into the other aspects of our life as well, of our health, of our finances, of our mission that we walk. And so when it comes to our health is really health is in everything within us. So if I have gut issues, that means I'm not walking in alignment. If I have migraines, I'm not walking in alignment. These are all representations of our body speaking to us of where we are misaligned, of where we are being invited into. So I know that when I am experiencing gut issues, it's because my body is, one, trying to shed something, and two, it's because I'm not deeply connected to my truth. I'm not deeply connected to my gut feeling, my gut instincts. And so that's an invitation. When I have a lot of thoughts up in my mind, when I'm having migraines, it's because it means there's something within the body that is trying to be felt, and this is speaking to you. It's saying, hey, something's up. And so it's an invitation. Every dis-ease, every sickness is an invitation to where we can deepen within ourselves and where we can feel. I know I've had autoimmune conditions. I've had asthma. I've had allergies. One, I experienced all my allergies are gone. So the milk, the eggs that I was allergic to as a child, no more. The autoimmune condition I faced, gone. The Lyme disease I faced, gone. Because feeling has allowed me to see that these are not just things that happen, as the medical industry will tell us. And here's this pill to fix it. No. When you connect with your breath, when you go into the body and you feel what is causing that, that's where the healing happens. And so our health will really be optimized when we are listening to ourselves deeply. And that comes into all aspects of our life. The more disconnected from nature I am, the more disconnected from God I am. So, connecting with nature is a big part of this. The more disconnected I am from my breath, the more disconnected from God that I am. So, getting more connected with my breath. The more disconnected I am from the things that I put into my body, the more disconnected from God that I am. And so you can see how this starts to come into all areas of life. If I want to feel on my deepest level, well, my vessel needs to be in a place where it is healthy. Because if I have some chronic disease that's taking me out of the present moment continuously, then I will never be able to come back to myself, come back to God. And so the food that I eat should be coming from the highest quality sources. I should never eat processed foods. I should never eat food really where I don't know where it comes from. It should be from the highest quality local sources, because that is going to be the most God-connected food that I can get to. And so that's very important, what you put within you. What you watch on your phone, what you watch on TV, is that bringing you further away from God or closer to it? So social media, are you watching me or are you watching football? And that's a bit of a joke, but who are you allowing yourself to be? Who are you allowing yourself to receive from? Ask yourself the question, is this allowing me to come closer or to know myself deeper? Or I appreciate that. Is this allowing me to know myself deeper, or is this taking me further away from myself? I get it. We're human. I played football for 18 years, so I love to check in on that. And so this is also an invitation for myself of, is this taking me further away or is this bringing me closer? And so do that with like the TV that you watch, the shows that you watch, all of it. Is this bringing me closer or further away? The people you hang out with, that's food too. The environments that you're in, is this bringing me further away or is this bringing me closer? What I will say is that I understand that there are aspects of our life and our reality where we need to make money, where we need to make a living. And also, I truly believe that if you're in a space where it is not bringing you closer to God, closer to yourself, it is not a space that you're meant to be in. So that goes for your job, that goes for your career. There is nothing that you need to do to make a wage, to make a living. It is truly all in your mind and what you believe. And so if the job is not bringing you closer to yourself, it bringing you further away, like, oh, I'm doing the work inside of Ascension University, I'm doing this work, and then I go to a job that I hate each day. Is that bringing you closer or further away? I believe that if you truly trust, if you truly choose to walk with God, then the perfect opportunity will show up in your life. Because God will always, always, always provide for you. And leaving that thing that doesn't deeply align with you is going to teach you so much about yourself. It is going to teach you to trust in God, to trust in yourself. And so that is actually what's going to bring you closer rather than putting yourself through the pain and suffering of doing something each day to make a living. Because what life is that? That's not living, that is suffering. That will take you further away. And your body at some point will speak to you. It will tell you that you're not meant to be there anymore. And so that goes into our finances as well. When you're living with God, you will always be provided for. Always. If you have a bank account and you hold on to all the money, I gotta save up, I gotta keep it. Money is currency, it wants to flow. So you are blocking currency by holding on to everything. Let it flow. Let currency flow in the way that it wants to. Money, what do we say that it is? Currency, current. So are you being the block to that current, or are you allowing it to flow? I know that for myself, and when I allow things to flow and I don't hold on and try to control, guess what? More comes my way. And so can your bank account not be your Wells Fargo bank account? Can it be God? Can the universe be your bank account? When you don't go and look in your checking account and there's $10,000 and okay, I have $10,000 that I get to use. No. The $10,000 can come from anywhere. So if I have an investment that I need to make, I'm experiencing this in my life right now. There's a lot of things that I want to do moving forward. I want to create a podcast. I want to build that out. I want to invest into a mentor to help me during this time period. And guess what? A couple weeks ago, the money to do that was not there. And then I was guided into things and it all came. And I'm able to now, one, help provide for another person in my life. I am able to provide for myself. I am able to invest. This was not in my bank account a couple weeks ago. And now it's coming my way. And now I get to invest into others. I get to invest into things that are going to help my mission. And so I'm not going to hold on to it because that would just keep me from my mission. That would keep me from living the life that I'm destined for. So now it is going to move. It is going to be the current. And guess what? As I do that, more will come my way. And then I'll put it out. And then more will come my way. So my bank account is not what I see in my checking and in my savings. My bank account is the universe. And when I walk with God, I will always be provided for. Every single time. So that is another way to walk with God. And then your mission, what you do in this life, is a major way, is one of the biggest ways, is the way that we walk with God. You've had all these different incarnations where you have learned. For myself, what I'm doing here right now is what I've done in many incarnations. And so I've learned, I've practiced, I've been a monk, I've been all these things to be here with you to learn so that I can share and I can help you walk the path of God too. And as I do this on my mission, I learn more about myself. And you, as I am in my mission, give reflections back to me on how I can continue to learn deeper. And that's what we're truly doing. And so how do I do that? Well, I do it with my voice. I do it with breath, which I believe I've been deeply connected to for many, many, many lifetimes. And so breath is the way that I help you learn deeper about yourself, help you feel deeper, so that we can continue to walk this path together. And so whatever that is for you, bring that out. So Laura, Sarah, Tanya, Yoshi, Amy, you all have beautiful gifts that you have learned throughout your many lifetimes that I want to learn about, that we want to learn about, that this world wants to experience. And only you have walked the path that you've walked. You are a specific iteration of God walking this path. And so what you learn along the path is going to help me. And it's going to help all of us walk back together. And so if you are not sharing, you are not giving your gift to the world in the kindest way, you're not helping us all walk that path together. And also, what you see in me is what you see within yourself. So there is no one that is greater than you. There is no priest, there is no teacher, there is no social media influencer that is greater than you. All that it is they're just sharing more than you are. But they're not greater than you. They don't have what you have. And so when you show up in the world with your unique gifts, you allow yourself to live in your God-given mission on why you chose this path, and you help us all walk back together. Does that make sense? Okay. So that is walking the path of God. That's how we do it. And so with this, and I've seen this many times in breathwork sessions and ceremonies, in just walking this life, is that truly God is in every single thing. It's in every being. It's in the trees. It's in the plants. It's in all things. And want to know what really connects us to it? What everything is doing? Everything is breathing. Everything. Sometimes I've needed the psychedelics to see it, and I've sat with the trees, and I see their breath. I hope at one point I can get to the place where I don't need, well, I don't. It's an aspect of me that thinks that I need it, but I will be able to see the trees breathing. I've had experiences where I've seen everything breathing, and it's like this. Everything. The sky, the clouds, the grass, everyone breathing. And so why do I feel so connected with breath? It's because everything breathes. It's the expansion and contraction of our whole world. And so we experience that in every moment. We have the moments where we contract, and then we have the opportunity to expand. That is breath. And so our breath connects us deeper with what we truly are. The magnificence of breath is something that I cannot really put into true words. It is something that, what I spoke about in the beginning, is this knowing of not knowing. Of knowing that this thing helps me connect deeper with myself and allows me to walk more and more with God. And I don't truly know how it does it. I can try to comprehend it with my mind. My soul knows it. But there's an aspect within this of not knowing too. And that's the beauty of this life, is knowing that we don't truly know. And knowing that we will walk this path all together and it will bring us to some beautiful place. And we're all walking each other back to source, back to what we are. You are it right now. And as you continue to walk throughout this life, you will come back to source. It's inevitable. And one last thing to leave you with here is that the beautiful nature of this is that who is the one that is guiding you through this life? It is God, and it's also you. Time here, the only space where time exists is here. And so all these iterations of you, all these iterations of God are all existing here right now. And so that sixth density version of yourself, your higher self, exists right now. And so you are walking yourself back to God. There is a version of you, of your soul, right now that is returning back to source. And so that iteration of you is guiding you right now. And it will show up in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in all these areas of your life. So trust it. Let it guide you. Let it lead you. Because that iteration of you probably knows a lot more than you do right now. And it knows where it's taking you. So trust it. Beautiful. Okay, it's 11:11. How perfect is that? Amazing. We're going to let this land with some breath. Okay? So, as we go into this breath, what I invite you into is all these things that I just said, all these words, all that was here, now is the opportunity to let it land. So, we can do this sitting up, or you can do this lying down. Either or, whatever works best for you. We'll be in this for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay? So allow yourself to get nice and comfortable. And this is where we allow it all to land with the breath. Letting yourself right now get nice and comfortable. You're sitting, be nice and upright, straight spine. You're lying down, hands by your side, palms facing up. If you haven't yet, go ahead and close down your eyes. Let the music start to land in your body. Birds chirping. Setting the intention of allowing my words, your interpretation of it all land in your body and what is meant for you. What aspects of that was meant for you? What aspect of that was for your soul to remember? We're going to go into 2 rounds of breath. The first round is going to be an inhale for 4 seconds and an exhale for 4 seconds through the nose and out through the mouth. We're then going to go into a hold, and on the hold, I'm going to invite you to squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your fists, squeeze your arms, squeeze and hold everything in your body, and then I will let you know when we're going to let that breath out, let out. Hold. We'll then go into the next round of breath, which is going to be a 3-part breath, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. It's going to sound like, so it's belly, chest, out. We'll then go into another hold where we will squeeze everything in our body and then let that out, and just go into nice breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I invite you right now to take a nice breath in through your nose. Now let it go out the mouth. We're going to move into our first round of breath. Starting with me. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, nose, 3, 4, mouth, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 4, out, 2, 4, in, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, out, 4, out, 2, 4, out, 'Out. Now big breath in, and we're gonna hold it. Big in, big in, big in, big in, big in. Hold. Hold here. Now we're gonna squeeze everything in the body. So squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the fists. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs, squeeze everything in the body, squeeze it all. Hold it. We're gonna let that out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Take a nice breath in through the nose. Let it out. Another breath in. Let it go. Now we're gonna move into breath in through the mouth and out with me. Belly, chest, out. Belly, chest, out. Stay with that. Stay with that breath. Let any emotions, any feelings, any sensations, let them be here. This is part of it all landing. Breath is how this all lands. The breath is how this brings us back home. The breath is how we truly know ourselves. Stay with it. A little bit more. Stay with that breath. Belly, chest, out. Belly, chest, out. Belly, chest, out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in, big in. Little more, little more. Hold. Now squeeze everything in the body. Squeeze the root, squeeze the arms, the legs, the glutes, squeeze the fists. Hold. Hold it here. And now we're gonna let that out in 3, 2, 1, letting it go. Taking a nice breath in through the nose. Letting it out through the mouth. Another breath in. Letting it out. Just allowing yourself to return to a normal breath. Nose and out. in, letting it go. Another big breath in, letting it out. One more in, and let it go. Let's all walk each other back home. When you feel ready, start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, bring yourself back into the space. Feel ready, open up your eyes. Just acclimating yourself to the room that you're in. Beautiful work, everyone. Amazing job. Welcome back. And so that does bring us to time here. And I hope that all that was in the space here today gave you something to walk forward with. Something landed, something impacted you that you get to carry in your life moving forward. And allow today to be a session that helps you walk further with God. And that is something that we will continue to do here, is to walk more and more with God each and every single day. And really, it's walking more with yourself. So beautiful work, everyone. Thank you for being here in the space today. I am going to close this out, and I respect that I also said I would answer some questions at the end. And so my transmission and the breath feels like it all happened in the exact way that it was meant to, and it did. And so I will stay here for a few extra minutes afterwards. If you need to leave, I respect that, and have a beautiful rest of your day. And before we do that, as always, let's take a picture. So on the count of 3, we're going to smile. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, if you need to go, all the love to you. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And if you want to ask a question and stay, I will stay for a couple extra minutes to do that. And so if you want to ask a question, let's just keep them short, and you can go ahead and raise your hand and I will call on you. Amy, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I guess my question is, do you always have to, the word is not confront, because confront has a meaning for me, but in relationships, do you always have to confront, I guess that's the only way, approach, talk to that other person that is triggering you?
Mhm.
Can you resolve or grow or evolve um, by writing it or talking about it with somebody else.
Mm.
I think you know what I mean, Jake. You have to
Mm.
approach that other person in the way, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you for that question. And so, mm, you don't have to. And truly listen to your internal guidance and where it's taking you. And also, if something is triggering you, it is an invitation for you to look within yourself deeper. And usually, always, talking to the person is going to be the highest path. Usually, because that's where it happened. And so this person that is triggering you, we're usually all doing this unconsciously from our subconscious. It's a beautiful divine nature of like, I'm going to trigger you, and I'll probably be led to trigger you without even knowing that I'm actually going to do it, to invite you into something, which is also going to invite me deeper into something as well. And so if we don't speak about it, I would say don't speak about it in the moment. Or maybe you have this level of connection in your relationship where you can do it right there, where you can transmute it like that. And also, it may call for some space and some time with self. And if this person is harming you, sometimes space is what's needed. Sometimes space is speaking. And so you can do that too. It's all deeply listening to yourself and what is your highest truth. And you'll know it, you'll feel it. And so if this feels deeply aligned within my body to take the space and to not say anything, beautiful. And then if you're guided, it feels deeply like, I know that for myself, what I'm meant to do will always show up. Um, to be vulnerable here with you guys, I've shared with some of you about uh like the memories of sexual assault that I have come to me of about like 3 years old. Um, and I was around the place with this person where it happened, and I thought that I wasn't meant to speak about it. And then it just came into my awareness. It was here. And then the opportunity to make it happen perfectly presented itself. And it's like, okay, we get to listen to that. And so we will be guided into exactly what we're meant to do. Usually, having the conversation is what is going to be the highest, um, the best thing for you and for the other person. Usually, because that the relationship is where it heals. Because this is the reflection of you. Hope that helps. Beautiful. Another question? Amy, how's that landing for you?
You know, it's landing really well. I mean, you know, this is amazing. I mean, I'm asking for it, right?
Mm,
I have two very big relationships that are right now huge, that are showing me a lot.
mm,
And you're a gift, and
mm,
everybody's a gift here.
mm. So are you. Mm, beautiful. Mm,
I love you guys.
mm,
Really tough stuff.
mm,
Really tough stuff.
mm. We love you too, Amy. Mm. Hmm. Okay. You feel complete, Amy?
I do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions?
Hey Jake, this is Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Of course, perfect topic. Um, I just wanted to share anybody who's dealing with relationships, who's been through two marriages myself, and the foundations have to be strong with a spiritual core value foundation. Because when that is, I mean, then it's strong, right? And you start from the best possible position you could get yourself into, as far as with another human. So that's what I'm experiencing at this moment, of course, and it feels good.
Mm.
Feels good. I just wanted to share that with you. The feeling that really truly exists when you are connected with somebody, a
Mm.
human soul of like-mindedness, you know? So, thank you.
Beautiful.
That's the announcement.
Are we saying that we have our first AU relationship here?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yay!
Hi! Amazing.
Okay, we got it.
We are
What
so
happens
happy
when
for
you,
you.
I asked a question in group. I said, what happens when two fourth dimension individuals get together? I don't know. I don't know. This is the experiment.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. And I wanted to share that you are the most authentic I've ever seen you.
Mm.
And you just align with where you're going. And it's happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to be part of that.
Mm. Thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it greatly.
I'm
Mm.
excited to see everybody on, is it Tuesday? Is it this Tuesday?
Yeah. 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 So, yeah, fam, we heading into December into 2026, more and more in-person things will be happening. So on Tuesday we have a small gathering here in Colorado. And I mean, we're also, Rachel and I are planning another in-person thing. So finalizing that this week for the new year and many more opportunities to get together in person. And so I look forward to bringing us all together more and more. And so just be on the lookout for updates with those things. And for those that will be here on Tuesday, I can't wait to see you all. And for those that I will see in person soon, I can't wait to see you guys too. Beautiful. Okay, well, we're going to leave off on that. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see you all soon. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.